This is your one-stop shop to using the best Town Hall 13 attack strategy, the Blizzard Lalo, in a simple and condensed breakdown. First things first, let's start with what you're looking for with every phase of the Blizzard Lalo. These are your key objectives. So let's start with the Blizzard. The Blizzard is your main starting point. This is mainly going in for the Town Hall. If it's a lot deeper in the base, a Lava Hound is great. You want to mainly remove the Town Hall. Any air targeting defenses are nice, but if you're looking for other high value defenses, such as the Eagle, the Scatter, and Infernos in that order of priority, those are the ones that you should try to remove as much as possible. But the Town Hall and luring out the Clan Castle is your main priority. From there, you move into your hero dive, and this is going in either the left or the right side of your Blizzard. And the main goal here is to remove the enemy queen and the enemy royal champion. One of the two, or even both of them, is really nice. The main way you identify this is go in for the closest enemy hero. Outside of it, you will also accumulate defenses over time. This is why you're sending in the Barbarian King, the Archer Queen, and the Royal Champion, because you can get some really sweet value. Not only that, but you're also able to remove other key buildings like the Scatters, Infernos, the Eagle Artillery, if they are still up. But of course, this is just going to allow you to get a lot more value and create more pathing, while also removing some very big key objectives like the enemy heroes. Last but certainly not least, we have the hardest part of this attack, the LavaLoon. And in order to make this more simple for those of you who have not yet mastered it, or you are an E-Drag spammer, you mainly want to go in specifically where your hero dive ends off. So that way you get a little bit more of a starting point rather than having to send in your Lalo all the way on the opposite side where you have not much support. From there though, you're also going to be looking at all the leftover defenses. That's what your key objectives are. Mainly, you should prioritize the air defenses, the scatter shots, and the Inferno towers, as they're going to be the ones that are going to do the most work. Expos are definitely another big threat, considering they fire at a very quick rate and have a high amount of DPS. From there though, you should always make sure that you're using the free spells against splash buildings such as Wizard Towers, Infernos, and Scatters, and hasting to said buildings. And the easiest way to deploy your Lalo is, of course, sending in a Lava Hound with 3 to 4 groups of balloons. It doesn't matter how big, allows you to get a lot of really good support, and you will see this during the live attack. Of course, let's give you what the army composition and the clan castle is. If you want to boost super troops, this is what the typical recommended clan castle and army composition would be. But if you are brave enough to not use super troops, or you just don't want to use dark elixir, then this is actually a great way to use it without super troops, and it's pretty much the same thing in the clan castle. This gives you a really good edge when you are actually planning bases for this army. From there though, you will want to make sure that you are looking for bases that have some decent chain around the town. And if a base is so tightly packed with buildings, this gives you a ton of value with the Super Wizard chain that it annihilates a huge section of the base, so try to take advantage of those. So as an example, let's start with an anti-3. On this base in particular, notice the Town Hall, the Clan Castle, the 2 Scatters, and the Queen are all in a solid area. That is great value. So that is something that you should always try to take advantage of. So that is where you would want to send your Blizzard in. You get some really nice pathing. Now, the Royal Champion is on the left side of the base. So we will want to send in our Barbarian King, Archer Queen, and Royal Champion to go in for her alongside the Eagle Artillery, the 2 Expos, and that single target Inferno. While it's not important, we should still try to remove it because it can definitely be annoying, especially if it locks onto the Warden. But from there, our LavaLoon is going from the top area of the base where the Eagle Artillery is and removing all the way down to the final Inferno and air defense on the right. This really gives us a lot of momentum as we drive through with the LavaLoon. Now for a centralized Town Hall, this is the best base I had, but you'll notice that the Town Hall is by the Clan Castle again, so you're able to more easily lure it out with the Blizzard. Mainly going in where the Scattershot compartment is where you would want to go and getting some really nice value at that. possibly removing the Eagle Artillery, getting an Inferno, some other really nice key buildings like the Scatter, the Wizard Tower, and the Expos are all really nice. But from there, we then want to move into the Hero Dive, which is going in for either the Royal Champion or the Queen. In my opinion, the Queen is much better to get because you get more defenses on the fly. This then allows you to send that Lalo in directly from that Queen compartment and work your way all the way down to that Royal Champion while having Headhunters to help remove her and allow the LavaLoon to more safely and more comfortably move through the base. Now, we all hate teaser bases, but a good way to look at it, like this base here, is you actually have one side that's going to give you pretty much an instant funnel and great pathing for the LavaLoon. Your Blizzard is going in for the Town Hall, so in this case, removing the Clan Castle since it's really close by, alongside removing multiple scatter shots, the Town Hall. That's all really good stuff. And then where are the enemy heroes? They're really right there, right near the Clan Castle. You can easily remove the Royal Champion and Queen, and otherwise, your heroes are able to get that entire side down to where the LavaLoon on the back end get this really beautiful L shape that makes it so easy for your LavaLoon to work all the way across the base. It's really simple and it's predictable. And that gives you a much more broader look on how each attack is planned on different bases. But now let's go into a live attack and show you if it's worth using or not. So let's start with a Lava Hound, Battle Blimp, and then use our invisibility spell once we get over to the area. So that Lava Hound will pop. Let's use the invisibility spell, Battle Blimp. Let's go ahead and use the Rage, another invisibility. Oh, we pulled the Tornado. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and just keep using these every 4 seconds. Not looking too bad here. We're going to go in possibly for the Royal Champion from the looks of it. Let's get them a little bit more value. And there we go. We get some really nice value. So let's go and use a Sneaky Goblin on this Collector alongside 2 balloons with a Ice Golem, King, and Queen. So we're going to work our way to the left side since we have the Archer Queen there. So what we'll want to do more than likely is use 2 balloons while that's being distracted alongside a Super Wall Breaker to get a little bit deeper in. And we'll use another one here. Hopefully it is able to break open the wall. Yes, that's good. All right. So now we got the Royal Champion. We're going to send the Royal Champion on the cannon. And things are looking good here. Let's see. Queen should be able to take that down. Let's send in 2 Headhunters. Let's use the Archer or the Barbarian King ability. Let's also use the Royal Champion's ability as well. It's not looking too bad. Let's use a couple Sneaky Goblins. There might be Teslas over here. And it looks like we do pull a bit of a Tesla farm. That's fine. We get the Eagle down, and I'm going to start in my Lalo. Let's send in a couple groups of balloons. Queen ability goes off, which is fine. Alright, let's go ahead and use a haste spell right here alongside another Lava Hound, pulling in some more traps. This is looking good. Alright, we just need to make sure that we're using a freeze here to go ahead and deal with the Inferno. Let's go ahead and use another haste. We still have another freeze. Let's see, let's use our Grand Warren ability there. That's good. Alright, that should allow us to get some really nice value as we push our way across, and let's wrap up the LavaLoon with a haste and a freeze right there. And now we gotta get into cleanup mode. So we need to drop in some of these. This is not looking too bad here. We just need to make sure that our balloons are getting through the final remaining defenses, but we do have enough cleanup for the rest of this. And it looks like we're gonna be good to go. We didn't even need to worry about the enemy Clan Castle because we dealt with that with the Blizzard, and this looks like it is going to be good for the 3-star. That really just goes to show that this is a powerful strategy. Now, what is a strategy without failing? And you are going to make mistakes with this. So here are some tips to avoid these mistakes. Try to go in for areas where there are no 2-tile gaps. This means that if they're around the town hall, there could be giant bombs and small bombs or tornado traps. So if you're finding an area that doesn't have these risks, they're actually going to allow your Blizzard to get way more value. With the LavaLoon, make sure that you are keeping an eye out on time, because you need to make sure that you are starting your Lalo as soon as possible so you don't end up getting a time fail. And of course, you need to start that cleanup as soon as the Lalo finishes, or if you're good at multitasking, sending in the minions after a certain area of the Lalo. Now, this should give you a wider range of a concept of using the Blizzard Lalo here at Town Hall 13. If you like this type of video and want to see a lot more in-depth breakdowns to specific strategies at specific Town Hall levels, let me know down in the comments below.